Hello and welcome to the standing portion of chair yoga, our Silver Sneakers chair yoga class, but now we are going to be standing through this portion of our chair yoga class from the Marion Family YMCA, but here in my own home so that we can bring yoga to you. This class is for anyone who wants to feel a little bit more at peace, a little stronger, a little more confident. Perhaps just to get that body moving while we've been in our homes as we are physical distancing from each other. And what a great way to bring our yoga class to you. So again, hello to all my yogis, those of you who may be new and those of you who have regularly attended yoga class with Valerie. I'm so glad to see you. Make sure that we have some water with us close by. Always encourage us to take a drink of water even when we're not thirsty, and also to have a chair close by. Obviously, this is our chair yoga class. Have a solid chair with no arms, and I invite you to go grab your chair, and we'll begin assuming that we have all completed the seated portion of our chair yoga or not. Usually what we do during our 1 hour class is we have about 30 minutes of our seated yoga, and then I invite those who are able to stand to do so and use a chair as needed throughout the class. This strong, solid chair is going to help me be nice and tall beside my chair. Also, this is a shoe-friendly class, so leave those shoes on. I hope you have something comfortable on that we can move without any restrictions, right? So let's go ahead and get started. So our bodies have been warmed up, and if not, we're going to get pretty warmed up throughout our class. So here we go. We're going to start as we do oftentimes with our mountain pose. Our mountain pose, we want to be standing with our feet about hip width apart. Have the chair close by, so this will help us if we ever feel a little shaky on our feet. We can go ahead and use the chair to help us balance nice and tall. So let's go ahead and our mountain pose, we stand with our feet about hip width apart. Feet are facing forward. What we like to do is to think about placing the weight of our body on the heels first, and then let the toes sink down into our shoes, okay? Moving up from there, the knees are soft, meaning we have a slight little bend in the knees, okay? The thighs are strong, all right? Strengthen our thighs. Moving up from there, if we want to tilt our pelvis, tuck our tailbone down and under, we do. We strengthen the core. Strengthen the core right here. Our shoulders have been rolled up, back, and down one time. The palms are facing forward. Now again, the hand can remain on the chair and one hand down. Here we begin our breath work, inhaling through our nose and exhaling through our nose. Inhaling, exhaling, inhaling, exhaling. Retighten anything that needs to be tightened as we continue breathing in through the nose and out through the nose. If we would like, we can gently lower our gaze or close our eyes. Again, only if we're comfortable with that. Making sure we're nice and steady and strong as a mountain. Let's take 3 more inhales and exhales. with that last exhale, we'll bring our hands to heart center. I also refer to this as prayer position at times, so remember this is also prayer position. We're going to move on to the forward fold. Forward fold, as we did seated in a chair, we're going to do this standing though, where we fold our body almost in half with keeping the spine nice and straight. If this were my neck here and this were my head, that is going to follow along my forward fold. Okay? In other words, we do not want to bow the head so that the head goes below the heart as we come forward. So I invite you, leave a hand on the chair if you'd like, or if you're feeling that we can take both hands at the top of our legs and roll our shoulders up, back, and down. One time we do to keep the chest open, to allow that air to fill the lungs as we begin. Inhaling here and exhale, fold. Inhale back up and exhale, fold. If you'd like to take the hands back, we can. Inhale, come up, nice and tall. We have those soft knees, remember. Exhale, fold. Inhale, come up. Exhale, fold. Good. And one more. Inhale, up. And exhale, fold. Good. And now we're going to add our sun salutation to our practice. Remember to be standing somewhere, perhaps behind our chair, or if we want to keep one hand on the chair, again, to keep ourselves steady, we can do it. I'll demonstrate first, keeping our hand on the chair, folding, inhaling up, folding all the way, and bringing the arms around and back to heart center. And now the full sun salutation. Inhale, look up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, come back up and exhale. Inhale, look up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, up. Exhale, heart center. Inhale, up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, come up. Exhale. Nice. Inhale, look up. Exhale, fold. The arms come nice and wide around. Inhale. Exhale, fold. Inhale, look up. Exhale, arms wide. Come around and let's do 3 more on our own. I know we can do it. Inhale. Or do what you can. You can always take a break during yoga. Have a seat if you need to. It may have been a while since we've worked our body, but that's okay. We've started today, and that's a great thing. And back to heart center. Beautiful. You've completed a portion of our beginning of our yoga class while we are standing. So, great job. Positive reinforcement is important. Always smile too. Takes more calories to smile than it does to frown. Okay, we're going to come beside our chair now with a hand on the chair, again, to help us as we need, or if we would like, to have both hands at our side. Okay? What we're going to do is we're going to raise both arms up and roll the shoulders up, back, and down one time. All right, we're going to do our standing crescent pose. So we're going to inhale right here, exhale like a crescent moon. And what we're doing is stretching this outer side of the body, keeping the arms as best we can where we started. Inhale up, and now we're going to do that again. Exhale, keeping the arms where they were. Inhale, nice and tall. Soft knees. Exhale. Again, we can have one hand on the chair. And inhale, nice and tall. And last one, exhale to this side. Inhale, and both arms come around. And now we're going to move to the other side of our chair. Good. All right. So we do both sides of the body. So again, we can have one hand on the chair or both hands down, wherever you prefer, wherever you feel comfortable and confident. Let's raise both arms up. Roll those shoulders up, back, and down. And this time, we can keep the hand closest to the chair, on the chair, as we stretch the side of our body right here. The head does not need to drop down. And inhale, come up, nice and tall. Exhale. Into the crescent moon pose. And inhale, back up. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Good. And now we're going to come around and bring our hands down and back to heart center. All right, for our next pose, we are going to work on those tree poses, right? Tree pose, we do a lot of those in any kind of yoga class. You can even do tree pose in a standing chair yoga class. Nice to have a hand on one side of the chair to help with our balance. What we want to do is we stand just a bit closer than hip width apart. This would be about hip width, and I bring that foot in just a little bit. I gently keep a hand here on the chair, and it's good to have a focal point for this pose. So I'm going to be looking just beyond the camera. You want to look ahead 5 or 6, 10 feet. Find something that's about eye level or perhaps on the floor if you wish. And we put the weight of our body on the leg closest to the chair, okay? So you see what happened there is I bent my other leg with my toes on the floor, okay? What I'm going to do now is I'm going to open that thigh and place my foot, the toes of my shoe, gently on the floor. Now again, the weight of my body is still on the leg closest to the chair. We can bring one hand into heart. If we feel confident, we can bring both hands at heart center and press those hands together as we breathe. Inhaling and exhaling. Let the toes of the angled foot, let those toes rest gently down with the weight of the body, balancing like a tree trunk on the other leg closest to the chair. Again, one-handed or working on tree pose, pressing the palms at heart center and release. I always ask us to step it out a little bit and come to the other side of our chair, okay? Other side of our chair, and now I'm going to be putting the weight of my body on this other leg closest to the chair. And as I do so, my other leg has a slight bend in it. But I ask myself, again, hip pointers facing directly forward. Am I standing as nice and tall as I can? The knee with the leg closest to the chair should have a slight little bend. Find our focal point, something that's not moving. Find our breath, inhaling and exhaling. Open up that other leg. The toes rest gently on the floor. The outer hand comes into heart, and I continue to breathe. If I feel comfortable, I'm going to raise my other hand, pressing the palms together with the weight of my body on the leg closest to the chair. And I breathe. And release. Good. Do a few little leg lifts. Let's all take a drink of water since teacher needs a drink of water. Wonderful. And now we're going to walk around to the other side of our chairs. And we're going to do a pose somewhat similar to tree pose, but this time what we're going to do is we're going to lift the outer leg. So we begin the same way. Soft knee on the leg closest to the chair. We can have a hand here to help with balance. This time though, the opposite leg comes forward just a bit. And now I gently raise my toes and I strengthen my entire leg. And we keep breathing as well. Now we pretend as if the floor were raising straight up. The key here is to keep the foot flat and to not lean back or lean forward. And breathe. The arms can reach down using a focal point. And release. Tap it out. Tap it out. Good job, ladies and gentlemen. Come around to the other side of the chair now so that other leg has a chance to work on our balance. So important as we celebrate birthdays to really work on our balance and to be confident in our walking, in our stepping up the stairs and everything else we do with our legs. All right, weight of body on the leg closest to the chair, hand on the chair, the other foot comes forward somewhat. Find that focal point. Find the breath as we inhale and exhale and continue. Raise that other foot up as if the floor were lifting. Straight up and down. If you feel comfortable, want to take the hand away from the chair, you can. Reach the arms down. Continue to breathe. And release. Good job, everyone. All right. One more leg and hip flexor activity. So let's move to the other side of the chair. Okay. Hand is gently resting on the chair. Weight of body on the leg closest to the chair. Nice and tall. So find that focal point straight ahead. Find our breath. Inhaling and exhaling. And now we're going to take our other leg, press the heel through the leg. Pressing and breathing. If you can lift the leg up, great. And if not, that's okay. Exhale, press through that heel. Inhale, release. Exhale, press through. And one more. Exhale, press. Oh yes, can feel that in the old hip flexor. Yay, the body's allowing us to do the pose today. Very good, and on to the other side. Okay, we're here, weight of body on the leg, closest to the chair with a soft little bend in that knee. Soft little bend. The other leg comes forward with my heel pressing down toward the floor, and if I want to lift the leg up, I can. And keep it there. Exhale, pressing through. Inhale, press down and through that heel. And one more. Excellent. Tap it out. Let's take a little walk around the chair. All right, take a little walk around our chair. That feels really good. And now onto the famous Warrior One pose. I'm going to move up just a little bit. Hopefully you'll be able to see both of my feet. I'll try to walk us through this so you don't even need to see your video. You just need to hear my voice. So we are standing once again right beside our chair. Okay, you can see the seat of it. We are going to have our feet about hip width apart, facing forward. Good. You all look great out there. Take the outside leg and step back one time, and then maybe half as much again. As we do that, we want to angle the outside foot so that it's facing at an angle that way. However, the hips remain straight, okay? As I glance down, I make sure that I can at least see where the toes of my shoe, in my shoe, are, okay? So take a look. Can you see the toes? So this leg beside the chair is bent. So the chair is right here, again, to help me if I need it for my balance. Let's take one hand at heart center and press our feet into the floor. Keep breathing. Take the other hand, press it together at heart center. This is a nice way to check our balance, check the strength in our legs, be nice and solid, nice and strong here. Beautiful. Now, if you would like to move into full warrior phase, we can, or we can keep one hand on the chair back, raise the outside arm straight up beside the ear. Okay? Does that feel okay? If it does, we can take the other hand away and angle it up toward the ceiling. And breathe. Inhaling and exhaling. Full warrior pose as you lift the chin up just a little bit. Ready to take on the world, aren't we? Keep breathing. Inhale. Press those legs as we exhale. Inhale. Exhale. And one more. Inhale. Exhale. Bring the arms down. One hand on the chair back. Bring the other foot up. And tap it out. Now we're going to do Warrior One on the other side of our chair. Here we go. Other side of our chair. And our feet are about hip width apart. The hips remain facing forward. Step back with the outside leg one time, and then maybe half again if we feel comfortable. Okay? See how that right foot is angled just a little bit? That allows us to have our feet nice and steady and firm into the ground. Press the feet into the earth, into the floor. The left knee, in my case, it's my left knee remains bent. And my hands can come to heart center, pressing the palms together. Now feel the strength in those legs. You may also keep a hand on your chair or not. We can take one arm up to the outside of our ear, facing upward, and if possible, the other one into Warrior One. Let the shoulders relax. It's just the arms overhead. Raise the chin if you feel comfortable, and breathe for 4 breaths. Inhaling, exhale, press those legs down. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, and last one. Exhale, bring the arms down beside us and bring that back foot forward and tap it out. Very good. All right, let's go ahead and have a seat. We're almost through. Have a drink of water. Okay, let's take that nice drink of water. We couldn't end our chair yoga class without doing, in honor of Don Luke, one of our longtime yogis who brought this to my attention about the importance and the practice of laughter yoga. There is such a thing, and actually where I used to work, we had a laughter yoga class for cancer survivors or those going through cancer. It's something that is good for anybody, especially in these uncertain times, to have something to laugh at or with or about or even something imagined, okay? It is good for the diaphragm, good for the heart, the lungs, and this is what we do. We take a big breath in, inhale, and exhale, laugh. One more. Inhale. Exhale, laugh. That is so good for the soul, for the spirit. And you know the saying, laugh so hard until it hurts. That's what we're supposed to be doing. We're creating endorphins, positive feelings in the brain that then go through all our entire body, are feeling good. So do that anytime. Practice it with your grandchildren, over the phone, on Skype, or anytime you want a good laugh. If you have someone there at the house with you, they'll wonder what is going on in there. And you'll be having such a good time that you'll want them to join in too. So with that, let's go ahead and take our arms out. Give ourselves a hug and breathe. Inhale. Exhale. Really squeeze those arms. Inhale. Exhale, squeeze. Inhale. Exhale, squeeze. One more. Inhale. Exhale, squeeze together. Release the arms and take them to the back of your chair and lift the heart up to the sky as you exhale. Inhale, release. Exhale, lift the heart. Inhale, release. And exhale, lift the heart. Squeeze the shoulder blades. And last one. Excellent. And now we're going to finish as we do with our Savasana in our chair. Sitting back in our chair, we let our spine relax comfortably. Our hands can be palms up or down on the thighs. And we close the eyes or lower the gaze, whatever's comfortable for us. And now we return to that place of calm and peace and love and beauty, a place that's real or imagined. And we quiet our mind and our spirit so that all we are aware is the sight in our mind of that beautiful place. Observe, what do you hear there? What do you see there? What do you feel there? It's a good time to place the tongue on the roof of the mouth, near the teeth. Let the lips part gently. That will allow the throat in the jaw to relax as well. return our breathing to normal. And now we'll begin to wake up the body slowly. Add some activity, some movement to the wrists, to the fingers. The heels and toes can do some heel and toe lifts. We'll sit up in our chair and very gently take the arms out to the front with palms up. Take our hands to the shoulders. We'll do a few arm circles to begin to waken up the shoulders. And now reverse the direction. Just a couple of these. Exhale down. Inhale up. And exhale down. And bring the hands to heart center. We'll close our practice with our greeting of Namaste, which means I see the good in you, and then you repeat back to me, Namaste, which means I respect you or I see the good in you. My friends, thank you for joining us, the standing portion of chair yoga. Please come back and do the class again at your earliest convenience. Mwah. Namaste.